I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care what I don't care what they think about my execution. I will never ever give someone else input on my life's work. I mean, I'm sorry, but you want to act like a fucking doormat and let these fucking scrubs steal your goddamn money? Maybe you don't deserve the money or the career. You obviously don't care. You obviously don't care. You think that money grows on trees? If anybody, I can't remember the last time anybody successfully stolen even a penny off me. I was 15, I think. I'm 40 now. Last time I actually like had something successfully stolen from me. I had a car stolen from me a couple of years ago, but I put that person in jail. I had a car, my Prius stolen at knife point. I put that guy in jail and I recovered the car myself. I told the cops where it was. They brought it back to me. You know what I'm saying? I found that car myself and I brought it back. You know, I brought my parents' car back. And they still blame me for that. They're like, you got that car stolen. Yeah, it's not my fault. Some fucking weirdo I don't know stuck a knife in my face and stole stole my car. You know, it's not my fucking fault. That was never been my fault. So, I remember how much they really tried to say that was my fault. They were trying to say that because I was on drugs and was high, that it was my fault somehow. That some rando that I'd never met before, that I was giving a friend of a friend a ride, and he kidnapped her and stole my car, and he went to jail, you know. And I told him, like, he stole my phone and my paycheck and all the shit that was in the car. And so I just traced my phone on Google, told the police where my phone was, and they brought the car back an hour later. And that was the only time I've been stolen from since I was like 15, because I just don't ever let anybody ever operate my business or handle my problems or handle my shit. I don't ever trust anybody to do it. I would never have a manager. I'm sorry. I would never be part of any group that would have me as a member anymore. That changed when I became a streamer. I don't ever want to be a part of a guild or an organization or a clan ever again. I don't, you know, I'm sorry, but like, you let these fucking thieves come in and steal your 500,000 sub money. You don't deserve the money.
Underscore the extent of manipulation and deception.
You don't deserve the money.
In Chris's online world. By early 2021, Chris encountered yet another setback when he was banned from Twitch due to alleged hate speech. According to Josh, someone had used a
I talk shit about shit about the white honkies all the time. And if I get banned on Twitch for that, honestly, it's a life goal. I hope they do. I hope they do. Let's put it that way. I hope they do. I don't need them. Fuck them. I hope I get banned off that. That'd be a funny thing to get banned for. I've been banned off Twitch for titties, and I've been banned off Twitch for cussing, and I've been banned off Twitch for accidentally using a homophobic slur one time. But like, I've never been banned off Twitch for talking about white people, and I think it would be very funny. It's like a punker's goal. It's like a punker's bucket list, you know, to get kicked off Twitch and YouTube for white racism. I think that would actually be so funny. And so I do dabble in the dark arts of racism if it's against white people. No one else. I love racism if it's against your own race. I actually don't mind racism if you're judging your own race. I actually don't. I think it's totally fine. I think it's totally my business what I think about white people. I don't care about the slurs. Don't care about it. Shut up, honky. Chalky. That's a chalky honky. You know, I watched Squidbillies do white racism for 5 years or something like that, and I know some good ones. Shut up, you chalky honky. Oh, damn chalkies always trying to rule me with their jobs and their taxes. Fucking chalkies.
Parties that could have helped address the issue. Mistake exacerbated by the fact that Chris
I like racism when it's against my own white race.
He wasn't really aware that he would get banned for that. On March 8th, 2021, Josh and Chris's association came to an end. Their parting was documented through Discord messages.
Okay, my best friend called me honky all my life. He would he'd be like, sup, honky? And I was like, I remember one time I remember we were like sitting and having lunch with his family, and his mother looks over at him and she's like, I really dislike how much you call me honky and dude. I am a middle-aged woman. You should not call me honky or dude. And he was like, don't be a honky dude.
The tumultuous Josh saga in Chris's life. With Josh no longer in the picture, it became increasingly evident that despite the controversy and questionable aspects of their relationship, Chris might actually benefit from having a manager or caretaker of some kind. This realization stemmed from Chris's inability to consistently create and publish content on his own, let alone maintain a consistent level of quality. Instead, his videos often consisted of unedited footage where he simply spoke to the camera, and these uploads lacked any real schedule. It raised the question of whether a caretaker or manager could help him overcome his challenges and maintain a more productive life. And unfortunately for him, Chris would soon face another series of challenges and setbacks that tested his resilience and determination. Chris is a big guy, as I'm sure you can tell, and his journey to lose weight has had a few different attempts wherein he's always struggled to make significant progress. While his determination and willingness to make changes are commendable, there have been obstacles that hinder his success. One significant factor that many would point to is his drug use, specifically marijuana. It's evident that his habits have impacted his ability to lose weight, considering that it leads to increased appetite, which can make it extremely difficult for someone to control their food intake, especially when they're already obese like Chris. In the Items documentary, there's a moment where Chris
You're mistaking drugs for laziness, which is an easy mistake. I believe Turkey Tom strikes me as a bit of a judgment Republican person. He's a little bit of a judgy Republican person. Doesn't like drugs because he calls marijuana drugs all the time. It says people who smoke marijuana have drug issues, right? I started smoking hash again.
The asteroid is depleted.
13 months ago, I think, and since then I've lost 68 pounds. Drugs don't have anything to do with weight. It's entirely laziness. And your anti-drug shit, fuck you, Turkey Tom, for your anti-drug shit. Straight up. Say it to his face. I love everything else about him, but the anti-drug shit, drug shit, if you think marijuana's drugs. Excuse me for just a second. Sorry, guys.
like a funny moment, Chris's attempts to quit using marijuana have been met with limited success, and it's clear that making progress in this area has been very challenging for him. His ongoing use undoubtedly hinders his weight loss goals and also makes him more lazy, which makes him make less videos. But it wasn't all bad. iDubbbz invited Chris to make an appearance at the Creator Clash, during which he delivered a stirring rendition of the national anthem, a moment that undoubtedly left a lasting impression.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, for so proudly we bear.
Hey, you know, I forgot, but I have done a format change where I can easily pause this video any given time and come just help you whenever you need. And I'm sorry, that's new to me. It's only been like a week. So I can come right now, no problem. You know? Uh-huh. Absolutely, no. I'll come whenever you want. No problem. Yeah, I made changes to avoid this sort of thing. Sorry about that. Love you, bye. All right. Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry, I got nervous, people. My bad. Let's just do this. Do it. Ready?
I would have sang it so much better than that, even if I was fat like him. Sing like you mean it.
Oh, say, can you see?
However, as time passed, Chris seemingly felt like iDubbbz had left him behind, and this sentiment culminated in the release of a video titled "Airsoft Fatty Loses It and Calls."
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Talking about my Christmas present, I'm going to get a new hard drive, which is going to look something like this. We'll go to Amazon here. I want to go to. I guess I want to go incognito for a minute. I don't know how the. Oh no, there we go. I want to go to Amazon. We are looking for 10 TB hard drive. I think 10B external. $287, $40 for a one terabyte SSD. Wow, I didn't know they made external SSDs. One touch hub, 10 terabyte. What else we got? Yeah, we got 4 silver, and yeah, we're ready to leave, I think, which is good. Went to buy BB summon.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Hardcore is so much better than Season of Discovery. I've been thinking about Mace Stun a lot. 3 seconds. I'm definitely going Maces. I mean, I forgot how really and it gets stronger too. It's a 5% chance to stun your target for 3 seconds with a mace. That's insane, but you don't get it for like 25, like pretty much. Yeah, what is that? You don't get it to like level 40, but still, definitely gonna go maces, I think. (2050-52) message. Buff 2050 to. Oh, buff 1050 to 52. Okay.
These great beasts know paths that you can't find on foot. They'll get
you, dear. Oh, I had a turn in. No, wait, no. Oh, really? I have a turn in here? Oh, I do. I have to go. Oh, okay, I have to go back. God damn it, man. I wish Goldshire had a fucking flight point like retail. How is that Classic Plus? There was all these improvements you could have made for people's time that you didn't make. That is not Classic Plus. That is wasting our time plus. Yeah. Fucking run speed is a joke. No flight paths is a joke. Like, I don't know. Just saying. Things that retail has, it's not even, it's the same old problem that Final Fantasy XI private servers had. Like, they won't even fix private servers with the stuff that retail did. You know, because they're obsessed with era. But honestly, like, there's a reason they put a flight path in Goldshire. You know, there's a reason they did that. Like, you know, in retail, I don't know why they wouldn't add it to Classic Plus. It's disgusting to have to walk, like, across Goldshire all the time. Like, I don't know. It's whatever. Where is this other, like, why is this not popping? What? Come on, man. Come on, man. Fuck off. Piece of shit. I don't know. How do you do this? No, go. No. I don't know. I'm not going to do this right now. It's boring to me. I'm just going to keep doing this video. You can't get that, huh? You just, nope. Just can't do it. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking Windows and Chrome. Sucking dick and failing all time.
I reached out to Ian for help that day, and Ian never.
As the $5 roll in, why is he so upset? Look at the $5 roll in. You're dumb. Like, okay, if I made even $10 today, I would be on cloud fucking 9. You guys, you are spoiled. You're a spoiled, rotten child. If I made $10 like just those two names, if I made $10 like that, I would not be acting like that. Like, look at the money roll.
I messaged Items the other day. I said, hey.
$10 here, $5 there, as you cry your life away. Jesus Christ, man. You are spoiled. Like, looking at that money roll, there were times when I would have, like, maybe killed a man for a fucking dollar. You watch that money roll through your fat fingertips, and it's like, man, why are you unhappy? There's a word for this. It's ingrate. You're ungrateful. You're an ingrate, you know? You're an ingrate. You're not like happy as the money rolls. I don't know. Like, honestly, also, with that much money, I feel like you could probably get that fat problem fixed. Just saying.
Looked at the message and never fucking replied.
This marks the beginning of an ongoing saga that saw Fatty expressing his grievances with Ian. Following his mother's passing, Fatty found himself grappling with bills and the urgent need for additional income. To tackle these challenges, he significantly increased his streaming frequency.
Why do they always have an urgent need for additional income? It's like, so what? So you can sit back and be lazy longer? Why did they have a burning need for income? Like, what?
Willing to undertake almost any task for money, including shaving his head and eyebrows.
Okay, dude, like, okay, recently I had a scare with a doctor. He had a scope down my throat, and I saw him go white, and like that for a second. And I was like, oh my God, it's cancer, isn't it? Now, and he was like, no, you have very bad inflammation. I was like, oh, thank God. You know, but the way he looked for a second, I was like, I have throat cancer, don't I? Oh, God. 14. Forgot I was running. I don't mind AFK running if I have sprint and evasion, you know? Rogue is such a cheater class. Man, I cannot find these stupid bags. They've got this stupid bag quest. I hate this quest. It's so annoying. I have to go back, huh? I have to go back to SI7. Stupid classic and its fucking fascism making you run around all the time. For what? Why do I need to go to SI7 right now? For what? Man, right there I was like, wait, do I die? Because I fell. That could have been bad. Yeah, that could have been like death, maybe. It's actually kind of crazy. I need to definitely get some slow fall potions past level 25 because, yeah, sooner or later I'm gonna go barreling down something. I know I am, and I'm gonna put a big box in the upper left corner, big box with the slow fall potion in it. And when I'm falling, I want to be able to just move my mouse to the corner of the screen and click the giant box in the top left corner that applies the slow fall. And that's how I intend to get out of hardcore slow fall deaths. You know. I have a plan for it because I know I'm going to run off cliffs. I'm certain of it. I think falling is the real killer. I've lost 10 rogues and I really don't think any of them were very like necessary. I could have avoided them, but but falling I think is going to happen whether I like it or not. And I do have a plan for that. I have a plan. I'm going to have a superior plan. I'll definitely like make a plan for that. I'm not going to die from falling.
Desperate situation became apparent. Some individuals apparently took advantage of his vulnerability, viewing him as a source of entertainment to squeeze dry for mockery rather than someone in need. They began donating with malicious intent, attempting to provoke or troll him with their messages, and even resorted to charging back their donations to incite his frustration. Adding to his woes, YouTube had recently demonetized Fatty's channel.
Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
Facing. As time passed, Fatty's frustration and anger continued to escalate, creating a mounting sense of despair as things seemed to spiral further out of control. The imminent threat of eviction from his home loomed over him like a dark cloud, intensifying his rage and despair. Amidst this, Chris found himself increasingly irate, even lashing out at those attempting to offer well-intentioned advice to help him navigate the dire situation.
I'm not gonna eat a fucking carrot if it's gonna sit there, taste like it's old, taste like it's old.
This guy is playing Pokemon with his video in the top right corner as well.
And Fatty wouldn't be able to keep
I
up
like
with
that.
the bills for his house, and he would be forced to replace the
Ugh.
in. At this point in time, Chris had lost literally
Put some clothes on. Why are you always naked?
everything. His support system, his mom, his house, his manager. He had no one to hold him accountable or make him do anything, and he himself was staring into the abyss. It seemed like Airsoft Fatty was finally hitting rock bottom, until one unlikely opportunity would offer him a chance to get attention on his career again, and also gave him a place to stay for 3 weeks.
All that money just disappeared, huh? Did he blow it on video games and marijuana or what? Because, I mean, 500,000 subs is a lot of money. It's like $10 million. Where did all that fucking money go? Why is he still, like, forcing his friends to clean his house? I don't really understand that. There's some kind of mismanagement or theft here that they don't know about. That manager probably stole all the money. What the fuck?
That represented a significant turning point in his online journey. Chris received an invitation to appear on Fish Tank, a project funded by Sam Hyde and run by Jet Neptune. The premise of the show revolves around 8 contestants who reside in a fully monitored smart house, and their experiences are broadcasted live 24/7 for a duration of 6 weeks on the platform fishtank.live.
You live in the walls. You control the action.
What sets Fish Tank apart is its interactive nature, as viewers have the ability to influence the contestants' experiences through donations, somewhat resembling the concept of Control My Room live streams. To sweeten the deal, there's a substantial cash prize of $35,000 at stake, awarded to the contestant who emerges as the winner of the competition. As a result, when finding out Chris was down on his luck, the Fish Tank staff got him a plane ticket to Massachusetts. Fatty entered the show late, not being an actual contestant, but instead being one of the freeloaders who were inserted into the project to spice things up for those already in the house. And he arrived there with all of his worldly possessions in one bag. Everything to his name entered that house. Chris's journey into the Fish Tank began with a bang. On his very first night, he found himself in bedroom 4, struggling to cope with the constant banter and pranks from the viewers in chat. It's clear that the intense nature of the stream weighed on him, and it mounted in a mental breakdown after just hours of being there.
What? That was the first day? That was the first day? They give you all of that and you freak out the first day?
In a moment of vulnerability,
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, okay, you couldn't pay me to do that because it reminds me of being trapped in jail with a bunch of crazy people.
988's house, which cost Boogie the right to bear arms for the foreseeable future, stepped in to provide some much-needed comfort and support, making a very wholesome Chungus moment for the viewers at home.
Boogie came in, huh?
So I get a sorry for
No, bro, you don't have to be sorry. Don't apologize, man.
I usually try to keep it.
He really wants to touch him. Look, I wouldn't. There's no way I would ever touch that man. I mean, I've never touched a man before, anyways. But there's no way I'm touching that man. There's no way. He really seems to want to touch him.
You don't have to apologize, bro. Everybody has their moments, you know. Everybody.
I don't know. Hour 3. Usually, people have their moments like a week later on Sunday after a really stressful weekend. They like freak out or whatever. Not hour 3. Hour 3 implies that you weren't ever, like very compatible with this idea.
By Frank, decided to partake in the ancient tradition shared by politicians like Justin Trudeau, known as blackface. It should be noted at this point,
why?
Like clothes. Even in his older videos in the full force.
Yeah, like why is he so naked all the time?
First documentary, he's usually seen not wearing a shirt, most likely due to the fact that there aren't a ton of options for people of his size. For some reason,
why does he have that many Beanie Babies?
House inspired him to take this motto one step further.
Oh no, you're naked on the fucking living room couch. Burn the couch.
As he decided to strip down, confidently strutting around the house in what could only be described as Giga Chad style. At one point, Chris would lay down on the couch in a beautiful display of grace, finally showing to the world his dick and balls for all to see. But it wasn't long before things
You
took a
look like the
dramatic
type I
turn.
should
Chris
watch my
lost his
coin
bag and
purse
sent him
around.
into a frenzy.
Something I
Like
can
the
help you
culprit
with?
behind this sudden change in behavior, deprivation of
It's
his
true, but he
beloved
shouldn't say
It
it.
should be down next to the fucking couch where it's laying. It's got my fucking
Why? Why?
laundry. So when Trevor's taking my bag, he talks some shit about laundry. Number 2, it has my coffee home. Number 3, it's got my fish hooks.
In the realm of fish tank content, a peculiar trend emerged, the practice of dousing each other in a plethora of liquids, ranging from beans to sodas, and virtually anything that could be sourced from the bathroom. However, this lighthearted trend took an unexpected turn when Chris found himself embroiled in a heated argument with a particularly sensitive contestant named Morrow. Their disagreement escalated swiftly, leading to a chaotic exchange of thrown liquids between them, triggering an intense reaction from both parties.
Don't know shit. That's all you got to say, dude.
Well, don't yell.
You don't need to fucking tears.
Okay, well, don't fucking yell.
My first
Okay, what?
gonorrhea.
Yep. You deserved it.
In an effort to escalate
Pussies.
tension even further, one of the viewers suggested a slap fight between the two titans. Morrow invited Chris to make the first move, and he did so with great sportsmanship, giving a firm but forgiving slap. The same could not be said for Morrow, who delivered a thunderous slap that reverberated throughout the entire house. And
Oh
gave
my
Chris
god.
CTE. The
Oh!
aftermath of this contest marked
Damn, man. I want to see that again. That was entertaining.
Chris to make the first move, and he did so with great sportsmanship, giving a firm but forgiving slap. The same could not be said for Morrow, who delivered a thunderous slap that reverberated throughout the entire house, and probably gave Chris CTE.
Oh! No doubt, no hesitation. He was waiting for it. And this is why you don't act like you have no shame. I want to see it again. It was very funny. Slaps are hilarious. I like physical fucking comedy. I think it's the funniest form of comedy.
Could not be said for Morrow.
And he just turns and destroys him. Yeah, now watch this. Watch this. She should have looked at the girls and winked first. That's what I would have done. Like, look over at the girl and like wink at her. Wham!
Throughout the entire house, and probably gave Chris CTE.
Here goes. Oh my god, he like full blow. Okay, like if I see somebody winding up like this, I'm getting out of the way because the amount of force. Oh yeah, that was like a whip slash. It's fucking satisfying. This is what I want to do to Bill Gates. Just one. Everybody gets one.
That reverberated throughout the entire house, and probably gave
just one. I just want to straight up Will Smith fucking Bill Gates for the time that he steals from me every day.
Chris CTE.
Bam! Oh, it's satisfying, and the girls are just like, ha ha ha.
The aftermath of
You
this
can hear the people cracking up in the background.
contest marks yet another episode of Fatty's emotional turmoil.
Oh my god, look at him. He looks like the personification of Eeyore. He's like stewing in this weird ball of flesh, and he's angry, and he's eating, and he seems like when he talks, it would sound like Eeyore.
Full-blown mental breakdown that echoes throughout the entire house. The spectacle of screaming,
There's this camera in his face while he eats in like a depressed ball,
and screeching laid
and he's like breaking the bed. As we're watching this, he's breaking the bed.
bare the depths of Fatty's emotional distress.
Oh
providing a
my
poignant yet
god.
unsettling insight into the
Yeah, put some cement blocks under that mattress, because that thing's going through the floor and killing somebody in downstairs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't come up with this. I didn't write this. I don't mean to be so mean, but I'm saying this because it's true. That bed is looking to fix to come through the floor and kill someone down in the living room. Or I wouldn't say it. Definitely put him on the ground floor.
dynamics of the fish tank environment and its unexpected outcomes. The
I bet they did. I bet he is on the ground floor, because, I mean, can he climb the stairs?
chaos continues when, during day 33, Sam decides to arrange for a unique surprise for
I should watch this.
Chris. He ordered the services of a Black Lady of the Night. However,
Yes!
upon encountering Chris, the worker promptly refused to engage in any intimate activities with him.
Nope. So I ordered you a black hooker, and she immediately denied service upon seeing the receipt.
Citing his less than pleasant odor and the bed smelling of feces as the reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you know,
Nope.
I just felt like I smelled poop a little bit. I don't
Yeah, and nope.
know why.
I don't know why, and I'm not getting in that bed.
Like,
Nope.
I feel like I smell poop.
And I'm gonna leave.
So
Bye.
I don't know if I could do it.
It's hard
Yep,
being rejected
sorry.
by a black queen because your bed smells like poop. And it does.
Damn it.
Desperate attempt to cope with the overwhelming emotions, Chris made a drastic decision to fully immerse himself in an erratic sequence of events. On the very night of the rejection, he allowed the other freeloaders to shave his head. This act marked the inception of his journey towards what could only be described as a midlife crisis dad aesthetic. The haircut he would receive cannot be described in words, and it only added to his continued
This is a demonic place.
That's crazy.
It's evil. It's an evil house.
Beyond
Please
these
put some
extraordinary
clothes on.
incidents, the dynamics involving Chris on Fish Tank revealed more about his true nature. One of the contestants, Letty, was a central figure of intrigue for viewers, primarily because she's a woman, and that's about it. Chris, true to his form, attempted to embark on a love quest with her. Sam had seen that this love was brewing in Chris's heart, so he had a one-on-one
Oh,
with Letty in a room,
no.
giving her advice on how to romance this charming fellow. What followed was a 10-minute discussion with Letty and Chris on the poop-stained bed, where Chris confessed his feelings and really showed his emotional side. Unfortunately, Letty was not really into it and rejected Chris, tearing his heart in two.
Sorry.
I think you're really sweet and all, but I'm not trying to do anything.
Yo, okay, nah. That worked, hello.
After getting his heart broken for a second time, Chris was on a warpath. His maiden-to-be was no longer available to him, and he was now fully enraged. Chris proceeded to vandalize Letty's room, using hot sauce to deface it.
I like that shirt that guy had. I actually really like that shirt he has. It says it's got a picture of the biggest lie ever told, which is Osama bin Laden, and it says funded by the CIA. And I've never wanted to buy a shirt before, really, beyond band shirts and stuff, but I want that shirt. I want to wear it to the fucking grocery store. Funded by the CIA. Exactly. Every once in a while, you see the truth. And that shirt is fucking dope. I gotta say, I would wear it with pride because it's true. I'm sorry, it's not true. Osama bin Laden never existed, but the image and lie that they told was funded by the CIA and created by the CIA.
Heartbroken for a second time, Chris was on a warpath. His maiden
And she leaves.
to-be
Yep,
was
she's
no
like,
longer
bye.
available to him, and he was now fully enraged.
The asteroid is depleted.
Yeah, the bed smells like poop, and I don't know why, and I'm not gonna get in it. Sorry. Well, just bang me standing up then. Bed poop problems. Come on. Get good at your bed poop problems. Then fuck me standing up. Come on. Shit writes itself.
I sell only the best gear, tested and true. And the prices are set, so if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Get good. Apparently you don't know too much about the bed poop. You gotta get good and just fuck standing up.
Using hot sauce to deface it and scattering her clothes in a chaotic frenzy, further dousing them in hot sauce as a means of expressing his fury. He then etched the word onto her room's walls, a gesture aimed at conveying his intense emotions. This destructive behavior escalated when Letty confronted him over the desecration of her space. Seemingly unhinged, Chris retaliated by using a water gun to spray an unidentified liquid at her, an impulsive act triggered by Letty's remarks about his addiction to pornography after rejecting his advances.
Yeah, you have a porn addiction and you're, probably incapable of actually having sex. I don't believe that kid has a body that would permit sex. I don't think. I mean, I guess he could get a blowjob.
Jokes every single day. When we were taped together, you were talking about Pornhub and Brazilian fart non-stop.
Yeah, Brazilian fart porn, what?
For the fucking content?
Okay.
No, it's not. It's just your taste in porn, and it's disgusting. And I catch people like you talking about it in the fucking chat while the kids read all the fucking time, and it's sick, and it's disgusting, and it's fat, and it's crass, and it's based, and I hate so very much of the things that you choose to be.
Well, then, why is what you do for the content, but what I do is just me being a person?
Letty's anger towards Chris reached its pinnacle as she sought retribution for his actions. In a fit of fury, Letty seized a can of soup and unleashed its contents, drenching Chris in the gloopy, viscous substance. This act served as a catalyst, triggering yet another explosive reaction from Chris, where he started screaming at her and charged like a rampaging bull. He then
Oh no, you're gonna hit a woman? Please don't.
Spit all over her and called her names.
Thanks a lot. I got no clean clothes now.
Now you know how I feel. Nice job, clean.
You actually got fucking sweats and you dumb.
Nice
You
job.
shouldn't.
I'm sorry for this language. I wouldn't normally permit it on my stream. I'm gonna skip through it. I don't want to hear him call her a bunch of nasty sexist names.
Goldstriker, the show's host, and the crew decided to make the grossest thing in the house challenge. This had contestants going through the house looking for, you guessed it, the grossest thing they could possibly find in exchange for $1,000. Several of the items that contestants would submit were all related to Chris. Letty, for instance, picked Chris's shorts, the very ones he had urinated in, and dramatically presented them as the epitome of repulsiveness.
Chris's shorts.
Two hands, hates porn. If he ever made one. Right here.
Chris's shorts that he pissed himself in.
Spread them out so you can see the piston.
Similarly, Josie chose Chris's mattress, emphasizing its history as the site of both urination and defecation, painting it as the
Gross, he did shit the bed.
ultimate disgusting item within the house. In an unexpected turn, Chris decided to outdo everyone.
He shit and pissed all over the bed by accident. Several times.
By conjuring a personalized item of repulsiveness right on the spot, while the other contestants paraded.
Did they drink too much? Yeah, I think alcohol is they've all got cups in their hands. I think he drank too much. It pissed and shit himself in the bed the first night. They're probably so drunk. They're probably like pounding bottles of liquor in the background off camera. Like what? Oh, I'm full. Oh, I'm full. Oops.
Warp drive active.
Upon himself to craft a repulsive masterpiece. He made a prompt visit to the bathroom, took his and then utilized toilet paper for cleanup. Without a moment's hesitation, he stood up, walked over to the camera, and presented the soiled toilet paper along with a cup of his own liquid feces, describing it as the pinnacle of repulsiveness. However, Sam, the arbiter of the challenge, interjected, stating that the toilet paper and cup feces should be considered as separate items to qualify. Faced with this challenge, Chris, with a determination that seemed driven by desperation, used his bare hands to grab the fecal matter from the cup, presenting the excrement to the camera, thereby securing the coveted prize of $1,000. This act epitomized Chris's extreme desperation for money, showcasing his willingness to go to unfathomable lows to secure any form of financial gain. One of the timeless and widely circulated moments of Fish Tank
A note
lore
from
revolves
Quartermaster
around the
Lewis.
unforgettable
I
incident
am
when
not
Fatty
surprised
took
he
a
needs
tumble
more
down a
gear.
flight of
I'm sorry
Sentinel
for
Hill
what
is
you just
far
saw.
away, and a land Stormwind has all but forgotten. Well, thank you, Adventurer. Adventurer, I gathered into this...
Adventurer, blah, blah, blah.
stairs. It wasn't your run-of-the-mill stumble. Rather, it was a sequence that unfolded almost like a scene from a movie, possessing a truly cinematic quality to it. Fatty began steadily ascending the stairs, then in an unforeseen instant, his footing seemed to falter.
And he falls down the stairs, right? Of course. I was going to say, they put him upstairs on purpose to try to force him to lose weight. And honestly, I'm surprised he didn't break through the floor.
Transformed into a
without support beams and stuff. That bed, I'm very surprised that bed did not crash through the floor and kill someone.
Comically spectacular tumble down the stairs.
I can't believe they put him upstairs. That's like a war crime. I can't believe they did that. That's very dangerous. He could have killed someone.
Case resembling a scene straight out of Looney Tunes.
Oh. Shut up. Jesus Christ. But let's watch it again. Muted. Oh. That's not how you stand on stairs. Those shoes seem to be buckling from the weight. The hand is stuffed with food and not holding the railing. Seem to be... Oh. Did you piss on the shoes and were they wet? I can't believe you fell down the fucking stairs. He's got a cell phone. Somebody's helping him. Oh my god, who comes to help him? Oh, the showrunner has to go help him. The showrunner is the only person in the world willing to help him. Because he's like financially obligated. Oh my god. This shit is so dumb.
Chris stayed on Fish Tank till the very end. As the pool of contestants narrowed down to the final duo consisting of Letty and Josie, Chris found himself in
I can't believe that girl, the girl wins. That's funny.
Pulse-pounding finale, contributing to the extensive array of challenges that defined the last leg of the competition. In these nail-biting last 4 days, Letty and Josie were confined to room 2, barred from exiting under penalty of elimination. Day in and day out, they resided within these confines, where sleep intertwined with a series of mini-challenges, all in the company of Chris and his newfound counterpart, Christian, also taking part in these activities. Among the myriad of challenges presented was the Roly-Poly Challenge, a contest that involved Chris and his clone, Christian, rolling around the floor, assuming the roles of obstacles for Letty and Josie. The objective? Letty and Josie had to deftly navigate the space, leaving over Chris and Christian as they maneuvered throughout the room. Any inadvertent contact with either Chris or Christian led to a deduction in points. The challenge was an intricate balance of agility and strategy, testing the contestants' quick thinking and nimbleness as they strived to outmaneuver the rolling hazards presented by Chris and his clone.
Go ahead, guys.
Oh.
Unfolded with Letty and Josie engaging in a creative showdown, tasked with painting designs on Chris and Christian. The objective was clear: to display artistic prowess through body art via Chris, with the most impressive artwork securing a valuable point for the creator. A subsequent challenge beckoned them to showcase the Fish Tank house.
Wait, I want to see the artwork. It's really good, actually. What?
A subsequent challenge beckoned them to showcase the Fish Tank house in a manner reminiscent of MTV Cribs, aiming at a tour of the disrepaired manor that the house was in. The contestant delivering the most engaging and captivating house tour would earn a coveted point. Ultimately, Josie's presentation emerged triumphant, notably due to the inclusion of Chris, sporting glasses and lounging casually on the infamous poop-covered couch. It was apparent that any involvement or support from Chris often proved instrumental in determining the victor of these challenges.
Hey guys, what up? My name's Josie. This is my crib. Here, let me show you around.
She's very drunk, very tired, very exhausted, like mentally, physically, spiritually, and exhausted. And she's like living off of alcohol. You can see it. Look at her talk. She's high, she's drunk, and she's wasted. She's probably on cocaine and shit.
What up? My name's Josie. This is
She's very drunk.
Let me show you around. Come here. Oh my. This is my main buddy, Chris. Hey, no, Chris, wake up. We got guests. MTV Cribs. I can give him a handshake? Here, pat on his belly. It's how he likes it. Don't be scared to be rough. Anyways.
In the end, Josie would win the final challenges via mud fight, and Fatty would get to participate in the final goodbye from the show's producers to all the fans at home. It's also important to note that by participating in the Fish Tank reality show, Chris made several jabs at iDubbbz, and considering Sam Hyde and Ian's past collaboration and the subsequent fallout, he received a lot of fanfare from the audience.
Party first situation, like $2 million. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that, but
It's reasonable to assume that iDubbbz may have been disinterested in maintaining contact with Chris after these events. It was during this time that I had the opportunity to interview Harley from Epic Mealtime. In part of our conversation, I discussed the drama involving iDubbbz and Airsoft Fatty. Harley shared an interesting perspective which caught my attention. He suggested that iDubbbz may have assisted Chris by paying his rent just one day before Chris participated in the Fish Tank show.
I'm so shocked that he dissed iDubbbz. Like iDubbbz sent $800 to Fatty to pay for his rent, privately. And I just know this.
Wow.
He sent him $800 to pay for his rent, and I just saw Fatty on there dissing iDubbbz.
Considering that Harley has a direct connection to iDubbbz, it's unlikely that he
Yeah.
fabricated this detail on a whim. If iDubbbz provided financial support for Chris right before the Fish Tank appearance, it adds yet another layer of ungratefulness that Fatty has shown for any kind of assistance he may receive. But regardless, this opportunity was a major milestone for Chris, as it offered a chance to showcase his brand to a wider audience. Appearing on Fish Tank had a considerable impact on his online presence. It exposed him to thousands of new viewers, wherein he could showcase his personality, both the positives and negatives. And during his stay on Fish Tank, the show's host promoted a GoFundMe campaign with the aim of securing a living space for him. At the time, Chris found himself without a stable place to reside and was homeless. The GoFundMe campaign turned out to be a resounding success, raising over $30,000
Did I not do my
finding
chatty?
a suitable living
No, I
arrangement.
didn't.
The purpose of this GoFundMe is to set Chris up with a home he can buy so he can be independent and start over fresh. Every single penny of the GoFundMe collected will go towards a permanent shelter for Chris, not towards fast food or anything of waste. This is for finding Chris a house. Update: after looking at many campers, trailers, and even some RVs, we decided that was not going to work. It was hard for him to move around, in some of the bathrooms he couldn't even fit inside. He ended up buying a lofted barn, securing a lot, and building out his dream home out of a tiny home. It has everything he needs to survive and live comfortably. It's been a long process, but it's almost complete. We're about 85 to 90% done. Follow his YouTube channel for updates along the way. He's dubbed his home the Fatty Shack. Join along on the ride and tune in on YouTube for a step-by-step renovation.
Warp drive active.
The construction of Fatty's shack stands as a remarkable feat, considering the sheer impossibility of him achieving it single-handedly within the constraints of his budget. Fatty somehow assembled a team of skilled workers who generously contributed their time and expertise without charging him for their services. Their participation came with a simple request. Fatty needed to chip in by offering assistance and covering the expenses for necessary supplies and tools. The arrangement was an extraordinary deal. Under different circumstances, these workers would have cost several thousands of dollars for their labor. The stroke of luck that landed such skilled craftsmen for this project was nothing short of miraculous, and a really nice turn for Fatty. Throughout the ongoing documentation of the shack's construction, Fatty's involvement was exactly what you would expect from him. In the video footage capturing the process, he was observed engaging in casual conversations, exhibiting his familiar, nonchalant demeanor, and lounging around. He pretty much just laid on the floor as the construction workers did all the work, but it's important to note that Fatty's considerable size and physical constraints make any sort of strenuous physical labor a big ask. Surprisingly, this miniature house has exceeded many people's expectations. Initially, there was a widespread expectation of a living situation akin to Fatty's previous house, a place with cat feces and mold. However, against all odds, the construction crew managed to pull off some sort of sorcery. It doesn't look so bad. The actual location has come into question recently, though. The land that Fatty's currently living on is essentially in the middle of the forest, and any kind of resources or maintenance the house may need is entirely his responsibility. This could be a major problem in the future if he doesn't do routine repairs, as the house could literally collapse in on itself. And with the track record that Fatty has when it comes to responsibility, it's no wonder why people are starting to worry a bit. Regrettably, at a point when there seemed to be a glimmer of hope for Chris, the situation took a nosedive into darker territory once again. In a live stream,
if you've come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore, at your service.
Jesus, man.
You're here to help with my delivery? Very good. Stormpikes are a respected dwarven clan and are well known for their fine and discerning
He appeared
tastes.
visibly distressed.
So it's no wonder that Gringer Stormpike, a mountaineer of Ironforge, commissioned me to craft him a weapon. The weapon is finished, but Mountaineer Stormpike is far away, in distant Loch Modan. If you plan on travelling to the north, can you deliver this package to him? My last message from Mountaineer Stormpike said he's stationed at the Northern Guard Tower in Loch Modan.
Deep-seated fears for his safety. However, he remained cryptic, never delving into the specifics of what was going on.
Not feeling super duper safe right now. Not feeling super safe right now, so I'm kind of just going live to make sure if something happens. He's witnessed.
Before the stream, Fatty had posted about how his YouTube channel was being stolen, further fueling the worries and speculation among his audience. The distressing nature led many to ponder the possibility that Fatty was in some real danger. Some speculated his remote location near Bangor, Maine, coupled with being completely off his prescribed medication, might have contributed to his state of mind. Others raised concerns that this distress could be linked to his recent management changes, indicating that perhaps his newly appointed managers might have caused or exacerbated the situation. The lack of clear explanation from Fatty left his audience in a state of unease,
It seems
prompting
an
a flurry of
eternity since
speculation
I
and
was a
concern.
boy working the farm in Westfall. They say you can never go back, and it's true. Doubly true in my case, my family's home has been burned down and taken over by thieves. I have spoken with my father about the fate of some of my possessions, including my first compass. He was unable to save them. However, he also says that they should be hidden away on the farm. You'll find the Alexton farmstead west of Sentinel Hill. Perhaps you could go and retrieve it for me.
Across various online platforms. Some speculation also surfaced concerning Chris's purported statements about his recent managers being involved in cultivating marijuana. Rumors circulating on Reddit suggest these individuals may not be registered or licensed to engage in such activities. The allegations imply a potential legal quandary looming over Fatty, with ramifications down the road if these people are caught. But it's important to note that this information is not confirmed, and it all stems from the now defunct ASF subreddit, which faced a ban recently. Fatty's recent uploads on his channel seem to follow his usual style and themes. Lately, he's been on a quest to get involved in a boxing match, calling out a slew of personalities, including the likes of Keemstar and iDubbbz, in an attempt to step into the ring. Additionally, he's ventured into creating Shrek content as a tribute to the passing of the Smash Mouth singer. These Shrek-themed videos are truly something else, portraying Fatty fully adorned in green paint with what appears to be green pipe cleaners fashioned into sizable ears. The sheer absurdity of these Shrek-inspired clips is really something to behold. Alongside these Shrek videos, Fatty has revisited his older content style, resurrecting his Cooking with Fatty series while delivering a few
Smash Mouth singer died. Is that what he said? Oh, yeah. At 56, he was an alcoholic. Yep. Hepatitis. Yep, he probably had herpes and he was probably drunk. And that's unfortunate. Rest in peace. I hate that band. I hate his work. But rest in peace.
covers. It seems like he's employing a throw everything at the wall and see what sticks approach, seeking an opportunity to recapture the viral success he once experienced. There's also been some buzz about Fatty introducing a new cat into his life, sparking concern among quite a few people. Considering the track record with the state of his previous residence, many are skeptical about Fatty being an ideal pet owner. There's a fear looming that his new house might eventually mirror his old one, scattered with cat feces. Recently, there's been even more drama swirling around Chris and his new manager. It seems that someone, possibly representing Chris or acting on his behalf, has been filing false takedown requests on content that uses Chris's material. One of the channels deeply invested in covering Chris's antics is Kiwi Tapes, regularly sharing a bunch of lolcow content on his channel. Kiwi Tapes has been delving into Chris's life for quite a while now, and it appears he reached a breaking point when they decided to start DMCAing his content, starting with a few streams that Kiwi Tapes had reacted to. This move is pretty offensive considering that fair use, a vital part of copyright law, is essentially what keeps the internet intact. It's the very thing that allows all your favorite content creators, including myself, to thrive. To abuse copyright privileges on YouTube is seen as a big no-no in the community. Kiwi Tapes released a video going over allegations.
Only
that Chris
shithead
managers have a
assholes
history
do
of alleged
that.
offenses like domestic battery, among other things. This revelation could explain the safety stream that Chris previously started.
When I got a look at the rap sheet that his manager/landlord has, it explains a lot. Domestic violence assault, 2016. Domestic violence battery, 2011. Battery touch or strike, 2011. Simple trespass, 2011. Third degree assault, 2010. Another domestic violence assault, date not specified. And another criminal charge that I'm assuming took place so long ago that it's been scrubbed from the record. This is the guy that I highly suspect struck my archive channel.
Additionally, there's leaked audio, albeit somewhat fuzzy, purportedly featuring Chris's managers discussing washing his money. Many have speculated this might relate to the nearly $30,000 raised via Chris's GoFundMe, insinuating that the managers might be involved in illicitly handling or extorting these funds.
Okay. I mean, I know how to take care of that. Just know that's very easy.
So that ain't right, because I should have the freedom to have a friend.
Your friend? People over, and the only reason you're even working with him, and I told you this, is because you wanted to wash your cash.
But keep in mind, none of this has been confirmed. This is literally all speculation for now. There's been talk about Fatty spending more time with Sam in a recent stream hosted on the Sam and Nick's Perfect Clips channel, simply chilling for an hour or two while engaging in conversation. Some pretty funny pictures were also released where Chris gets to be inside of Sam's Porsche. It's interesting to note that Fatty has previously expressed his desire to be a part of Fish Tank Season 2. If that materializes, it will almost certainly bring some truly wild and memorable moments given Chris's performance from Season 1. One of the most striking aspects of Chris's YouTube career is that he achieved a level of success by simply being himself. His authenticity and unique personality attracted an audience that appreciated him being genuine and unfiltered.
I hope that I one day can say the same. I'm just trying to be myself, and I don't think I'm most people's cup of tea. I was when I was younger, when I was skinny and attractive, and I had other people to carry me and be around me and all that. I did well. But, when I'm solo, I think I struggle a bit. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So I definitely, I hope one day to be able to brag the same thing. I just want to be myself, and I'm hoping that who I am is eventually good enough for everybody else.
A crate for Westfall, eh? Have you been to Westfall before? If so, then it's no problem, my friend. I have plenty of griffins trained to fly that route. The Griffin Master in Westfall is Thor. If you've spoken to him before, then you can take one of my griffins to him. That's a good lesson to know. Griffins are always trained to fly to their capital
Stop saying
city,
griffins.
but they'll only take you to a remote Griffin Master after you've already been there. You've already been to Thor, so just speak with me again when you're ready to take a griffin to Westfall. Once there, you can deliver Osric's crate to Quartermaster Lewis.
This was a really fun...
To put on a facade or have some goofy haircut. He just connected with viewers by sharing his everyday life and experiences. The problem being that he doesn't adhere to an upload schedule, his work ethic is genuinely terrible, and on top of that, despite the various problems he's had with his managers, if he's to truly succeed as a content creator and as a person, it seems he may need to have a caretaker of some form at all times. Whatever happens with Airsoft Fatty, I'm sure we'll...
Oh, new wavy web serve. Yes, Fortnite's most notorious criminal players. Wait, that's not the title that I clicked. It's weird. The title that I saw... Okay, weird. Okay. Well, thank you, Wavy Webster, for the excellent content for my stream. I'd like to sub to your channel. Thank you, Airsoft Fatty, for the excellent content for my stream. I'd like to sub to your channel.
Or extorting these funds.
Okay. I mean, I know how to take care of that. Just know that's very easy.
So that ain't right, because I should have the freedom to have a friend.
Your friend? People over, and the only reason you're even working with him, and I told you this, is because you wanted to wash your cash.
But keep in mind, none of this has been confirmed. This is literally all speculation for now. There's been talk about Fatty spending more time with Sam in a recent...
Wait, I missed something else.
Trespass 2011.
Around Chris and his new manager. It seems that someone, possibly representing Chris or acting on his behalf, has been filing false takedown requests on content that uses Chris's material.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially what keeps the internet
FFXI, and another criminal charge that I'm assuming took place so long ago that it's been scrubbed from the record. This is the guy
Wait.
that I highly suspect. FFXI 26.
It's a video going over allegations that Chris's managers have a history of alleged offenses like domestic battery, among other things. This revelation could explain the safety stream that Chris previously started.
Oh, what's up, number 2? How are you today?
The rap sheet that his manager/landlord had.
You know, I do it too much, but thank you for coming in every single day. It means a lot to me. You know, I say this too much, but I'm gonna start thanking you every day. Like repetition is what I'm after. Thank you, thank you.
Domestic violence assault 2016.
You missed the fat streamer falling down the stairs. I'll replay the scene. I don't know where it is though. Oh. Yep. So gonna be like. Oh, I can't find it. Oh well.
Battery 2011. Battery touch or strike 2011.
Battery touch or strike.
2011. Third degree assault.
What? So how did he get all of these charges when he never leaves the house and just eats all the time? This is the rap sheet of somebody like me who lived on the streets for 7 years. How did this idiot rack this up?
Other domestic violence assault date not specified.
DV.
And another criminal charge that I'm assuming took place so long ago that it's been scrubbed from the
Oh yeah, I guess like before he was famous, yeah.
This is the guy that I highly suspect struck my archive channel.
Oh no, I see. Okay, he's saying that. He's saying that this guy's a criminal.
Originally,
Okay.
it was leaked audio, albeit somewhat fuzzy, purportedly
Oh, that was Chris trying to stop him or
featuring
whatever.
Chris's managers discussing washing his money. Many have speculated this might relate to the nearly $30,000 raised via Chris's GoFundMe, insinuating that the managers might be involved in illicitly handling or extorting these funds.
Okay. I mean, I can.
The ending was good and I skipped it and I shouldn't have skipped it. I mean, it's only like another minute, but still. A lot of the interesting info was right in the last minute of the video. It's kind of interesting.
So that ain't right, because I should have the freedom to have a friend.
Your friend people over, and the only reason you're even working with him, and I told you this, is because you wanted to wash your cash.
But keep in mind, none of this has been confirmed. This is literally all
Wash your
speculation.
cash.
There's been talk about Fatty spending more time with Sam in a recent stream hosted on the Sam and Nick's Perfect Clips channel, simply chilling for an hour or two while engaging in conversation. Some pretty funny pictures were also released where Chris gets to be inside of Sam's Porsche. It's interesting to note that Fatty has previously expressed his desire to be a part of Fish Tank Season 2. If that materializes, it will almost certainly bring some truly wild and memorable
We'll get
moments.
this divvy to those who need it immediately. Thank
I
you.
missed some of
Your
the.
efforts have been a great help to us. And now that you're no stranger to griffins, I hope you'll come and lend your aid to Sentinel Hill often.
Oh, I'll come on a Griffin. No problem.
Certainly brings some truly wild and memorable moments given Chris's performance from Season 1. One of the most striking aspects of Chris's YouTube career is that he achieved a level of success by simply being himself.
And this was the lesson that I wanted to learn. That's what I came here to see. When I'm starting to watch these takedown videos by these piece of shit fucking takedown artists, right? Like this guy. I like this guy a lot, Turkey Tom, but he's a piece of shit takedown artist, though. I mean, in reality, that's his actual job is to destroy other celebrities. I don't like takedown artists. I never have. So I don't like TMZ and all the mudslinging and the attacks and the bullshit and hating on Logan Paul and all that stupid ass shit. I don't care about their drama or spilling the tea. I care about it if it entertains me, but I don't care about it. I don't value it. I don't like TMZ takedown people. So, but I am learning through these takedown pieces how other streamers are successful. And I am learning from it. And I'm learning that despite being 500 fucking pounds and the most disgusting, based, fucked up person that I can think of, but honestly a legal person, I would say he was a criminal. He was just a really fat, slovenly, disgusting dude. And he used a lot of crude language when it involved women, and he was just an unpleasant person. But what I learned from this video, and it was an important thing to learn, was that like no matter what, if you pretty much, not only do you have, like, not only should you be yourself, you pretty much have to be yourself. And it doesn't matter how bad you are or unattractive you are, or how fat you are or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you are yourself, you can garner fans. Another thing that I think I'm learning from this is, I think the more that they beg, the more famous they get. I think this guy begs for money and donations all the time, and I think this makes them famous. I think it makes them a target by the trolling community and all this shit, but I think it also makes them famous, and I don't like begging. I will never beg. Come to my channel, donate, guys.
Personality attracted an audience that appreciated him being genuine and unfiltered. He didn't need to put on a facade or have some goofy haircut. He just connected with viewers by sharing his everyday life and experiences. The problem being that
and it was valuable for me to learn that yes, I can be successful just being myself. And I've actually been fairly afraid of that. I was like, what if I don't have a good enough gimmick to keep the people satisfied, or whatever the fuck? What if they don't stay around? What if blah blah blah? But really, to me, it's more like, now it's more like, be yourself, even if that's drunk, even if that's tired, even if it's like, you know, if it's yelling or being unpleasant. I mean, just being yourself is actually extremely valuable in this business. And I see a lot of people who act like they're not who they are, but the ones that just act like themselves actually do fairly well. So, and that gives me a lot of hope. I would say.
To an upload schedule. His work ethic is genuinely terrible. And on top of that, despite the very
so now I gave them flack for pointing a gun at each other earlier and being like, your gun safety is goddamn horrible fucking bad. But apparently that was an airsoft gun. And I don't care if somebody levels an airsoft gun in my head. I don't care about that. So it makes sense, I guess. I didn't see the way the kid was holding it. I didn't see the red thing, because they probably removed it. He had removed the red thing at the end of the airsoft gun, which is probably a legal requirement to keep on, because then you don't know the difference between a real weapon or not. It's actually probably illegal to take that orange thing off, really. And so I tripped out thinking that they were bad at gun safety at the beginning of this video, because his friend was leveling a fucking weapon, like what I thought was like a 45, at his head, even with no bullets in the mag or chamber. It was incredibly bad gun safety that I felt should have, you know, brought the government to bring in, like taking their licenses away from them. But it turns out it was probably an airsoft gun, which just adds to the whole jokey behavior of this entire dude.
Creator and as a person, it seems he made it to have a caretaker of some form.
And like, yeah, being yourself, it works.
At all times.
Also, I'm gonna say something that I don't like saying, but I believe there is a fat mafia on YouTube, and I think the fat mafia supports fat creators. Just like you'll find gay mafia supporting gay creators, black mafia supporting black creators, white mafia supporting white creators, just like any other fucking demographic out there. And I think one of the reasons that these Wings of Redemption people, which is the next video we're gonna watch, one of the reasons why these people that don't seem to have a lot of like big charisma and you know, like entertainer like skills, and you wonder why they're famous. And I think the fat male, I'm guarantee you that a bunch of their viewers are fat, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not fat shaming people. I'm just saying one of the ways that these people probably see direct like support is he's an unashamed fat person, and that probably actually gets you money. I feel a lot of shame about my body and what I've let it become. He does not. And I envy him that, but I also don't, you know, I also don't want to shame him either. I don't care that he's fat. That doesn't really bother me. But the whole thing about like him being himself and staying fat the entire 10 years that he was famous, I think that has a very powerful effect upon your income. if you appear to be an unabashed fat person who doesn't seem to be like trying to be on the weight loss journey or anything like that, I think there's actually a whole slew of creators, because I've seen 5 or 6 videos about this. Like there was a couple of really fat girls in Ohio that got really famous for having like 3 or 4 or 5, I think it was like 5 or 6 foreheads, you know, and they were trolled in the public because of this. But those women made a lot of money, and I think it's particularly because like the fat people, I call them fat mafia, which is kind of disrespectful, just like gay mafia or anything else. That stuff's kind of disrespectful, but I don't mean it disrespectfully. I think it's just demographics showing loyalty for their demographics. I don't mean to say it as some slur type manner where I say like black or gay or fat mafia or whatever. That sounds like it's derogatory, and I don't mean it to be. I will clarify. I don't mean that to be like just, those are just constituencies. That's all. They're groups. They're like demographics. I don't mean to say anything like, just because I'm using kind of like flippant terminology as an attempt to make people laugh or whatever. It is not my intention to disparage anybody for their sexual orientations or any of that stuff, or their body weights or any of that stuff. It is not my intention to shame these people for that. I'm just saying, not being ashamed of your appearance is a strong part of his fame. And all the other fat people in America that want a streamer to watch probably watch him because they're like, well, at least there's somebody who looks like me. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with them being fat. I don't think there's anything wrong with them supporting a fat streamer. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The word mafia sounds like I'm trying to disparage them, but I'm just trying to use the parlance of our times. That's what they call this: the gay mafia, the black mafia, the female mafia, and all that. It's demographics defending their own and supporting their own. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not trying to disparage those groups with that terminology. That's just the fucking internet's language terminology that people tend to use with groups like this. And you wonder sometimes, like for instance, right now, an excellent example of gay mafia, and that sounds derogatory, which I don't mean it to be, but it is. And I apologize for that. I'm not trying to shame anybody for being gay. I love my gay community or whatever. I'm not here to talk shit about gay people. That is not I love my gay community. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just using the parlance of our times, right? But an example of the gay mafia existing is Ezra Miller, who is the non-binary LGBTQ actor. Turkey Tom did him 7 months ago, who is going up for grooming a 13-year-old Native American child who he stole from her parents. All kinds of crazy drug use, child molestation, and he has assaulted his fans on camera in public like 7 or 8 times. He is the main actor from the Fantastic Beasts series, the Harry Potter spinoff, right? And he is the main actor in Marvel's, big surprise, Marvel's The Flash movies. There's the 13-year-old child that he groomed and got busted for, and he is still out of jail, and they have not prosecuted him. He has committed something like 25 felonies on camera, and they have not prosecuted him because the Marvel needs him to push their Marvel Drek that's destroying Hollywood so badly that they're defending him in court. They're defending his face. They're defending his actions, even though he's a child molester and all this, and they're keeping him famous. And you see all these videos with the word groomer and all that on him, right? And yeah, it turns out the Fantastic Beast star is a groomer, and a really bad one, a really bad, crazy assault. Like, he assaults women. He's assaulted women on camera and stuff, and they won't cancel him because Marvel Studios or whatever the fuck Marvel is now, or whatever those studios are that make the Flash or whatever, they are defending him, and they're keeping him hidden, and they aren't firing him. Even though he's a child molester and a groomer and all this, and he literally stole a Native American child from her family at the age of 13, and brought her away to his fucked up, crazy, like sexualized, like Hollywood lifestyle, and she was 13. And the gay mafia is in the background tapping their feet, waiting for somebody to attack him. They're waiting for it. Because and it's gonna happen. I mean, it has happened. Like, YouTube canceled him, but I mean, they're waiting for an actual lawsuit, because they will step forward at that point. And the Gay Mafia does exist, and they're not bad people. They're just trying to support people in their fucking in their sphere, no matter what they do, no matter who they are. No matter what happens, they're so sick of the plain homophobia that this country and this world has engaged in for time untold, just since day one of humanity on this earth. They're so sick of it. It's been happening for so long that they're like willing to back child molesters, and they're willing to defend them in the court of public opinion. And this is a bad thing about the Gay Mafia, but it's not a bad thing that the Gay Mafia exists, and the Gay Mafia itself is not a bad thing, and it's not bad that they're gay, and there's nothing wrong with them, right? They're just trying to support their own demographic. But it's unfortunate when they back a child molester just purely because he's non-binary trans. That sucks. And it happens. The politicians do the same. The politicians will lie about their dates with Jeffrey's book and all this stuff. The politicians will defend their own. The Gay Mafia will defend their own. The Black Mafia will defend their own. The Latino like Mafia will defend their own. The White Mafia will defend their own. The FBI will defend their own. All these crazy, massive fucking demographics and stuff, they will defend their own. Judges will defend their own. Cops will defend their own. This is not something that's alien to us. We know that people do this. They are family oriented. They're group oriented. They'll back somebody even if they do something bad, and they'll have the attitude of, oh, boys will be boys, or don't touch this one, he's trans and we like him, don't touch him, kind of thing. They're going to back him, They're going to back him while he rapes children. Now, the Gay Mafia exists, and it does. And I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying they actually exist. And I think the Fat Mafia actually exists too. And I'm going to get off the Gay Mafia thing because it's a much more dangerous area for me as a streamer to talk about them. But I will say it with respect. I love my gay community. No, not my gay community, but I love the gay community. And I love the Gay Mafia, and I got no issue with them. I don't think they themselves are bad people. And I'll say it right now, love them. They're a beautiful part of this world. Got no issue with them. It's not because I'm scared of offending them or something like that. I actually genuinely like them, and I wish them to succeed, and I think it does need to be done. And I think the world has been homophobic, and I like the Gay Mafia just as much as I like the Black Mafia and the Latino Mafia and the politician Mafia and all that other shit, right? So where I'm going though is it sucks when the Fat Mafia supports these low quality fat lolcow streamers in a way where they become rich and famous and then throw tantrums when they don't make the money anymore, when it's obvious that they're just not really that good of an entertainer even. And the Fat Mafia still supports them and shows up and gives them hundreds of thousands of hits because they see another fat person like them, just like it happens with the gay community, the Black community, the Latino community, everybody else's fucking demographics too. The difference is you couldn't say that it's unhealthy for the gay, Black, Latino, politician, whatever family, blue line, whatever family, you couldn't say that it's dangerous for those demographics to support their own. You could never say it, right? But you could say that about the Fat Mafia. If they support and make people famous that shouldn't be famous, and they put them in the public's eye, and the public begins to think that it's okay to be this morbidly obese and all this does have a deleterious effect upon America, the world, everywhere. And we should feel shame. We should feel shame when we are this fat. I'm not trying to shame him. I'm saying this about myself, right? Not him. He's fine. He's fine. His body's fine. I don't care that he's fat. He's absolutely his business, not mine. I'm talking about mine. I feel that I should feel shame about my fat body. I do. Now his own life is his business. I don't give a fuck what he does or whatever. But when the Fat Mafia supports fat people and keeps the stereotype alive, and it makes shows like My 600 Pound Life famous and all this does have a negative effect upon our children. It doesn't occur when gay people do it, or Black people, or Latino, or anybody else with a pride, proud faction. It doesn't matter. But when the fat people do it, it does have a really negative effect upon children. And so I dislike the Fat Mafia a bit. I think they are ableist. I think they make people who famous who shouldn't be famous, like Wings of Redemption and Airsoft Fatty. I think they are shameless about it, and I think they think that it. I don't believe body shaming should exist or ever occur. I'm not supporting body shaming. I'm saying enabling fat behavior is dangerous to America and the world. It's dangerous for the children. It's a bad example to set when you're feckless and careless about your image like this, and you support it and you stream it to fat America, and the kids in the fucking suburbs grow up looking like you, trying to be famous like you. You are being a bad role model. And the reason that they're able to even have the interest to get a video like this done about them is because most of the time some kind of mafia is supporting them in whatever demographic it is. This was something that really scared me about this job. I did not want fat mafia people in my channel. I did not want hateful people in my channel. I did not want Republicans in my channel. I don't want right-wingers in my channel. I don't want to support what they do. There was all these things that as a punker and a fucking truly free speech activist type person who has crazy, crazy opinions like kill the president, right? That I would not truck with weird mafias that are not my image and not my demographic. I was like, I don't want Republicans in my channel hating me for being fucking fat because I supported Sleepy Joe Biden or whatever. It was just some fucking vibe that I just was never okay with, and it's gonna get worse as I get older. So now, now I'm like, okay, it's cool, and it's not fat mafia if you support a fat streamer. It's not. But I think when they start shoveling money every time this frankly spoiled child throws a fat kid who can't have cake tantrum, I think it is fat mafia supporting a fat streamer. And I think it's okay, but it's not good for our mental or physical health. It's not good for our children. And I'm not saying him making money is all from fat people who are trying to support him because he's fat. It's really not like that. The demographics and the money and the statistics do not indicate that is the case, frankly. I'm sure some of it's fat people supporting a fat person, but it's not some kind of statistic that she could ever nail down. And it's something that I suspect is happening. I could never prove, right? But we really do suspect that black and gay and fat mafias exist. We really do. I think everybody in the world suspects it. I think there's all that stuff. So whatever. And I more power to them. I want these people to defend their own, to defend and support their own. I like that. That is community. That is support. That is people looking out for people. It is not a bad thing that the fat mafia supports him. It's not. But it bothers me that it happens. It's not a bad thing that they're there. It's their business to do so. I'm a fat person, and I could have a lot of fat people on my stream looking at me and liking me because they're fat as well. And I could be hypocritical about this. The difference is I'm constantly on a weight battle. I just got another, it's not that I think that this person should feel shame or that I should feel shame. It's that life is a constant RPG battle where you're leveling up and getting XP, getting stronger, getting meaner, getting tougher, getting leaner, getting like more power to you and more money and more support, more clout, more family, more connections, friendships. Life is an RPG game that we all play. And not taking care of yourself and your body. And I know how I got that way is World of Warcraft, and here I am playing World of Warcraft right now, so you can see how hard it was for me to do Season of Discovery and shit like that. I'm very aware of the bad behavior that brought me to the fat body that I've got right now, and I don't condone supporting somebody like this just because they have the same body type as you. In terms of the weight. It's okay when it comes to race and gender and orientation and even politics and stuff. But weight is a bad one. Weight is a bad one. We don't want the fat people uniting trying to say that it's okay to be this fat. It's not. It's a cost to society. It's a cost. It's doctor bills. It's doctor visits. It's unhealthy. It sets a bad precedence. It's a bad role model for the children. A lot of America's too fat right now, and I think it's actually sort of bad that the fat mafia supports bad streamers like this. I think there are plenty of good streamers who are fat My favorite one is the crazy lady that I can't, and she's literally crazy. I can't think of her fucking name. I can never remember her name, but she's really good. And she's never felt shame about her body, and she's a good streamer. Like, really genuinely good. Like, very entertaining, very funny. I can't think of her fucking name right now. But there's a big difference between her and him. And honestly, she's more body positive than he is. And when I heard him cussing out that woman, calling her the C word and all this shit, I was like, there goes the last bit of behavior I was willing to give you, which is sexist remarks towards women directly to their face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one thing to do it behind their back. It's much worse when you're calling the woman right to her face the C word. And at that point, I desired for him to be canceled. He will never be canceled because he got enough people to fall in love with him when he was younger. And he also has the fat mafia. And this is something you'll never hear somebody like Turkey Tom actually say, is the fat mafia thing. But you will hear them say, and also these days you'll never hear him say, why is this person famous? You'll never hear him say that. He'll never say it on his video, because that one's a direct attack. Why is this person famous? They can't directly say it. They can only imply it with the video, because at that point that is a full-blown attack. It's like a cyber attack. So he can't actually, he can't say, why is this person famous? That's a full-blown cyber attack. Now I'm publishing a video of my speech right now where I just essentially cyber attack somebody, and I'm publishing this video later tonight. But see, the difference is I'm not Turkey Tom trying to reach 1 million people on a single video. I'm posting 6 2-hour videos for a 12-hour session of video games and videos and content, and it's very general, and it's a 12-hour session, right? I didn't edit, I didn't make something that should garner 465,000 views in an hour. I mean, I'm not making that kind of content. That's not my vibe, and that's not what I do. So I feel like I'm publicly disparaging somebody and cyber attacking him when I say, why are you famous, after I see you call a poor lady a C word right to her face on that fish tank show. I think, why are you famous? And I'll say it on my video, because I'm not Turkey Tom. I'm not making an attack piece that's going to get 450,000 views in a sensational manner and all that. I'm just trying to provide 12 hours of content on a video. Sooner or later, if I ever get success and fame, which I don't want, frankly. I don't want the fame and the clout and the success. That's actually the worst side of this. If I ever have that, it will be dangerous for me to freely speak my opinion of, why are you famous? Because at that point, if you have any clout or reach at all, you are making an attack on another streamer. It's easy and safe for me to do that right now, so I do it right now. If I stick around for 50 years and I end up having something like a career, eventually after 20 years or whatever, they see I'm consistent in all this. Now the broadcast ended here. Why? No, the broadcast did not end. Did it? No. No, my tablet just stopped running, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had a thing with my tablet there. It's coming through really blurry for some reason, but not on my tablet, which is good. Why does it look so crappy on this Twitch screen? It's weird. But anyways. So yeah, and so this stuff matters. Like I make the attacks now, while I'm young and I'm a child and I'm liable to be forgiven, right? But later on, oh, excuse me, guys, I'm terribly sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm buying a hard. Or I'm not buying a hard drive. We had a 5 terabyte hard drive. We bought it last year, and and so there's a 5 terabyte drive waiting for me up there in the house. I just didn't know that we bought 2 of them, and so we had to discover this fact. It was just sitting there gathering dust, and so my Christmas present is a 5 terabyte hard drive, so I can continue, downloading and filming videos and stuff and all that, and installing games. Thank you. Yeah. And so that's good, and so we don't have to spend any money on Christmas this year, which makes me inordinately happy, Gortusk, but I'm done with them. I don't understand. Oh, the Jessel of Mine. That's level 10, is it? It is. I better go do that. I didn't realize. Son of a bitch, the Jasper of Mine. See, it has you go all over this stupid shit. Yeah, where's that turning at? Is it north? No. Yeah, it is north. It's north. Oh, I gotta run north anyways. Alright, well, at least I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Fucking annoying. Oh my god, 5 terabytes. I'm gonna download a bunch more games. Like a lot more. I have a bunch of games on my Steam list that I can't even fit, that I've had to take off, like Remnant 2 and stuff, that I would play more if I had just sitting there. If it was just sitting there, I would play Remnant 2 more. But if I have to install it every time I want to play it, it's bullshit, and I don't do it. So that's cool. I'm glad that I don't have to spend any money on Christmas, because I don't have any money. It's actually awesome. I really don't like holidays and fucking Christmas. Like, I've been some of my shit. Really don't like fucking stupid ass holidays. I'd really be happier if they didn't exist. Like, I really would. So, like, thank God I'm not spending money on Christmas or budget or any of that stupid shit. What I wanted, we already had. That's such a good feeling. Fuck spending money on Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever happens with Airsoft Fatty, I'm sure we'll all be watching. I'm Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I love it. Leave me alone. Yep. Do not. I don't want. Yep. Don't leave me alone. Just don't hurt me. Is what I want to say. So here's June the King from 2 days ago. This is a very current video. Another lolcow that they want to talk about a lot, which is Wings of Redemption. I saw Wings of Redemption the other day on New World Angry Earth, and it was interesting.
Is depleted.
Wings of Redemption was covered in the New York Times.
I just put the word article.
Wow. The New York Times talked about him. Wow.
IT on the banned word list and go about my day.
Coomer.
He has, for the most part, given up on his diet.
Spicy chicken famous bowl tonight on deck.
He was banned on Twitch twice and was unable to stream on YouTube because of copyright abuse from his trolls.
Aww. My trolls are false flagging my channel, holding my content hostage for $500 in Bitcoin. I can't get YouTube to respond to me. Any help? Yeah.
One of the positives was a victory. He won a boxing match that allegedly had hundreds of thousands of live viewers.
Wow.
Though, as a contrast, when he returned home, his view counts dipped to never before seen lows.
I regret ever doing the fight.
Yep.
He was hardly streaming.
Puhan, I don't know if you noticed, but I've streamed maybe a total of like 6 hours in 2 weeks.
He is not.
Oh God, I thought I was being attacked, but I think he was playing WoW. He was playing WoW, and I thought I was being attacked and dying. I was like, what the hell? And because he was playing WoW.
Not making nearly as much money as he used to. And now money is tight, so he is doing things like sniffing his chair for $10.
Oh.
That was worse than I thought it was going to be.
A decline in Wing's career was always expected, but now sped up because he is feeding the trolls less, leaving the trolls and their channels in a state of decline and desperation, far worse than Wing's. The drought of content has revealed their polluted riverbed
These are just
process,
perfect adventures.
creating a
Thank
show
you
alongside
so much.
Wings where
Farmer
they are actively
Saldine and I are
cannibalizing
going
each
to
other for
feast
scrap.
tonight. And here is a little something for you for the hard work. You didn't think I was going to let an adventurer like you go hungry, did you?
As will be shown in the third video covering Wings of Redemption.
Wow.
But first, a message from this video's sponsor, Incogni. Incogni is something that Wings of Redemption, or really any of us, could benefit from. The core of Incogni is it's the simplest way to combat data brokers. And what data brokers are companies or other that sell your personal information. So, whether that means robocalls, spam, and scams, you probably had experience with
I like
each
these
one of
gloves.
them.
They're like
And
really
Incogni
loud.
combat set by
They're really big.
contacting these hundreds of data
They're cool.
brokers and asking them to remove your personal information on your behalf. It's quite a difficult task if you do it on your own. This is just a way better method to do it. And they do work fast. As you can see here, I already made an account and it took about maybe 5 minutes or less. And already they're sending out these removal requests, and it even shows an activity log to see how many people were tracking your personal information. I know personally I've been getting so many robocalls in the past that I actually put my phone on mute so it wouldn't wake me up. That's how
I love that shirt. That shirt is so fucking dope. It's good to see a maiden shirt. You know what I'm saying? Fucking like America. I like this execution. There's no girl repellent. He's got a king size bed and he's got a maiden shirt on. I like the fucking style. I think it's way better than your average YouTube person.
His bank account hacked. He lost all his money in his bank account. He's still struggling to get it back because someone got access to his.
I want my house to look like that. That looks very sensible, and like women would like actually like to be there, you know, and not like invading your man cave, you know. My whole issue with girl repellent in the background in these streamers' videos and shit is it's like at that point you're in a man cave, and if you spend 14 hours a day in the man cave, the girl isn't gonna come have sex with you. You've got to leave that man cave. And so that girl repellent in the fucking background, man, it's good that he doesn't have it.
I think protecting your privacy is extremely important.
That's a tasteful bedroom.
Especially now, with identity theft on the rise. I don't want to be part of that report, and neither should you guys. So the first 100 people to use the code JTKDeal at the link below will get 60% off Incogni. That is incogni.com/JTKDeal. Sponsor over, back to the video. Recapping up to where the previous video left off.
So
in February of 2022, Wings, the Let's Play channel turned streamer, once known for his streams full of rage, has more or less calmed down. Other changes include getting married. He also got a weight loss surgery, but has been on a steady path and gaining all that weight back, all while trolls were finding different ways to spice his life with chaos. From swattings.
He got swatted.
Look at that. Seriously. Oh, I just got a message saying that's happened.
Sending possibly real death threats.
So like in my yard, and it says I was in Wings' backyard.
Oh,
goes,
there
hey,
it is.
Wings, I was in your area.
I was like,
I'd
isn't
have
it
a run
north?
in your yard also. I love your dry, crappy grass. I'm going to see if the back door's open next time. See you inside the pimp pad. I'm glad you're DoorDash, so you can't catch me.
Falsifying news with his image attached to different events or
wait, what? I want to hear this again.
Different ways to spice his life with chaos. From swattings.
He got swatted.
Look at that. Seriously. Oh, I just got a message saying that's happened.
Sending possibly real death threats.
But like, there's a picture of my yard, and it says I was in Wings' backyard. And he goes, "Hey, Wings, I was in your area. I thought I'd have a run in your yard also. I love your dry, crappy grass. I'm going to see if the back door's open next time. See you inside the pimp pad. I'm glad you're DoorDash, so you can't catch me."
Falsifying news with his image attached to different events or tragedies.
Many people are unaccounted for. Residents used social media to search for missing loved ones.
Stealing his PSN account, And the biggest, or at least what got the most attention up to this point, was having a reliable informant tell the world that Wings did something terrible in his past.
Yeah, pretty much his whole life. Yeah, I live right down the street from him.
But as the drama escalated, it turned out the informant was not reliable and the bombshell information was nothing but a dud.
Very sorry to Jordy and your family. I'm very sorry to everyone that's been hurt by these lies.
This remained true for various other accusations levied at him, but not under his real name, which is Jordy Jordan. Rather, the fake one trolls developed for him, Bernie Gores, which, if spoken a certain way, sounds like burn, racial slur. Trolls creating fake CNN accounts from different regions tweeted out his death in various places, which got the attention of the real CNN.
The actual CNN never tweeted any of this stuff. Both the quote-unquote CNN Afghanistan account and the quote-unquote CNN Ukraine account are total phonies that are not affiliated with CNN in any way. Both have been suspended by Twitter. So who's that guy in these photos? He is a gaming personality, not actually named Birdie, and very much alive, whose name online trolls like to throw on social media during various international crises.
These impersonations, because of what they are being attached to, would take a very strange route. But before that, several cameos were produced to prod at Jordy, full of references on what is memed on to be his favorite foods like Wendy's chili or Pepsi. Also in these are the continued accusations that he may be a predator because of constantly recycled clips of him saying inflammatory comments in the past about the age of consent and other similar topics that he has long disavowed and disagreed with. The first of relevance is Chris Hansen, known for his 2000 show To Catch a Predator.
Jordy Jordan. Why does that name sound so suspiciously familiar? Predator-like even. Jordy. Chris Hansen here of Hansen versus Predators. To Catch a Predator, and you have a seat with Chris Hansen. I'm Jordy. I'm going to need you to have a seat right over there. Look here and listen up. Jordy, now it's getting personal. You're talking about someone's wife here, and I'm not going to have it. Shay is our actor. Along with the Salt Queen, you're caught, Jordy. It's time to face justice. Justice from Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle. I'll be watching and listening. I'll see you soon with new Predator investigations. Don't be in them, Jordy. You can watch and listen to them.
This cameo got back to Jordy, and because of Chris Hansen's former show, it seemed Jordy assumed this to be genuine, even with the knowledge the source was from a cameo, meaning he got paid to make it.
Chris Hansen can investigate me all he wants. I don't do anything.
Wait, what happened?
The trolls paid Chris Hansen like $5 for a cameo, and like they convinced him to do an investigation on me because of the stupid clips.
Oh damn, is he actually doing that though?
Who the fuck knows? Don't really care.
In Hansen's cameo, also mentioned was Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash.
This is why you don't piss anybody off online. You just try and be like Asmongold. You just try not to. You just watch the drama. You try not to be the drama.
Who are connected through the WWE, and both have cameos directed towards Wings. Kevin Nash's was released alongside Chris Hansen's cameo, where he doesn't appear to be in a normal state, and while reading the script he adds his own commentary about his life and turmoil.
If any of this shit's true, you're a piece of fucking shit. If I wasn't busy with my own fucking turmoil, I'd probably fucking, wish you brain cancer or something fucking mean like that, but I got my own shit going. I would, at the minimum, fucking put a pillow over his face and punch him 15 times.
The final cameo came from Kurt Angle, also released around April 2022, where he mentions Conway, South Carolina, the place in which Jordy resides.
Hey, Jordy Jordan, the dictator of Conway. How are you? It's your
I didn't buy the Tigers. Oops.
And I want to congratulate you on beating the surgery. I just want to tell you that me, Kevin Nash,
Beating the
Chris
surgery.
Hansen are coming. And I know you're a 500-pound slob who says you hate Kevin Nash. And I know you drive a salvage V6 Mustang and you're lazy. And you're also unemployed at 40 years old and you eat Wendy's. And you do tax fraud. You're an
Tax
idiot,
fraud.
my friend. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Jordy reacted to this one on stream, where it seems the novelty was lost.
Hey, Jordy Jordan, the dictator of Conway. How are you? It's your
Dictator of Conway. What does that
I
mean?
want to congratulate you on beating the surgery.
Thank you,
Kurt.
Kurt.
What came after was more of the same. Wings on May 2nd was again trending on Reddit for one of the controversial clips covered in the previous video.
I did say the age of consent should be 12.
What?
You know why I said that? Because growing up,
Oh my god.
Girls that were like
Nah,
13,
cancel him.
14,
Fuck him.
fucking
Nope.
on the regular.
The post was titled Fat Neckbeard Thoughts on the Age of Consent, posted on r/justneckbeardthings. With nearly 5,000 upvotes and more than 500 comments, it was yet another successful post.
What?
Something that those aware of Jordy already didn't know. And if these videos are
Oh
continuously
my
recycled,
God.
there will be guaranteed indifference from someone's spam. However, the trolls were in luck, because only 2 days later, on May 4th, Jordy was feeling generous enough to give them a new thing to upload to Reddit. This time under a post titled, Streamer Calls His Wife a 5 in front of her. She is not happy with it. Uploaded on the subreddit r/satcringe.
Why is the standard so high? Because high value is high value. Like me personally, I'm not high value. Like I consider myself like a 4, right? Because I'm unhealthy. I got a cute face.
What?
But, like I'm like if you go by my body alone,
Do you
I'm
now?
3. But like where I'm at in life, I got my house paid for. I got a pretty good savings account, things like that. I think that knocks me up to a 4. So I'm slightly below average male. What would you rate yourself 1 to 10? You said a 3, right?
What would I rate myself?
Do you think you're a 3? Absolutely. And they're upset that I think you're like a 5, 5.5.
Yeah, you should think I'm a 10.
Okay.
If she's with you, she is. Oh, hey, Tigers got cheaper, which is good. I'm gonna buy 2 of them. At 4,000, it's actually a lot easier to run Tigers, I suppose.
Kelly's cool with it.
That's not bad.
The majority of top comments were littered with Jordy's trademark phrases and other things that only those in the know would be aware of. But even those people didn't have access to the fuller context of the clip. Other segments of the clip stream reveals Jordy's scale is quite strange. For context, this is a photo of Amber Heard, and he believes her to be as attractive as his wife.
Amber Heard, if she didn't make tons of fucking money, she would be like a 5 or 6, woman.
What?
Her and my wife Kelly's easily a 5.
And this is a photo of Beyonce, who is 60% more attractive than those other two, according to Jordy.
Like if you put Beyonce at an 8, Amber Heard's easily a 5 or 6.
In the same stream, he makes the attempt of comforting her.
Doesn't she look amazing?
Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my pen go?
She is so self-conscious.
My fat pics?
Again, you could be 125 pounds and you'll still be like, oh, look how fat I am.
And?
You gotta love yourself a little bit more than that. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Is like if you don't love yourself, you're always gonna find flaws.
This is to further show that these clips and pinhole view of Jordy through the blanket troll's perspectives are unreliable. A dangerous thing when the intent of deception is moved to your audience. But even among the fractured troll communities that have established themselves against Wings, as their audiences would find out, dismiss their cruder tactics to accomplish the goal of removing Wings or Redemption from YouTube. To give an idea behind their intents, we look to this stream also in May, where Wings, despite prior support, again rehashes that he will die obese and has given up on losing weight.
I've failed every type of thing. I've had 2 personal trainers. I've had a boot camp weight loss. I've tried losing weight myself multiple times. Dr. Norman here in Myrtle Beach.
I'm doing well with it. It's slowed down, but I'm doing well with it.
I flew to Mexico to have my stomach cut out. I've had people to support me
Wow.
that live with me. Like I've tried everything to lose weight. I'm not going to lose weight. So let's get over that. Let's move on to the next part of my life.
Still in the same stream, he moves to his YouTube analytics to show his monthly earnings from December of 2021 to when he's streaming in May of 2022.
This is what I've made on my year to date. December I made 4.